All right, now that I've warmed up, I'm gonna go through a superset. I'm gonna try and superset these. It's gonna be interesting. I'll do reps of bench rows with a sandbag. I'm gonna use a sandbag today because I'm gonna use the dumbbell for weighted pull-ups. So sandbag bench rows with a 140 and weighted pull-ups with a 50. I want to do 10s for some sets, so we'll see how that goes. I might do a little bit more on the bench rows and a little bit and the same number on, maybe 15 and 10 for sets of 5. We'll just have to see. I'll run it through maybe a round, maybe a couple of rounds. You can see how I kind of do my stuff. I really like supersets. It seems to work really well, and I like time under tension. So you'll see what I'm doing on the bench rows. This, because of the bag, it's going to be a little bit more internal torque. You're going to have to squeeze the bag. It's going to be a little more awkward. You can use dumbbells for this. You can use a barbell if you have a high enough setup. These I really like because they're very strict. They're very horizontal. They get thickness on the lat. They really help your strength overall in pulling. Try not to shrug up while you're laying on the bench and doing that. Point of this is to feel that in the low lats and in the teres if you can. With the weighted pull-up, don't do weighted pull-ups unless you can actually do lots of strict pull-ups. Like if you can do 10 plus strict pull-ups, start weighting it, start going up from there. So you'll have to see. The supersets, everything breaks down really quickly on supersets when they're the same movement and they're interfering with each other. This is a lot of interference. You got a horizontal pull heavy horizontal pull straight into a heavy vertical pull. So these are just some ideas. Hopefully this helps. Give you a few reps to see what I'm doing. And we'll go from there. Sandbags are a little awkward. You got to get your hands situated if you're going to do like a lot of reps in a set. So get a good hold on it. Bench might be a little bit too high, but it's going to be fine. Who knew? If you don't hit weighted pull-ups for a while, you're probably going to get worse at them. So for this next set, I will go ahead and leave the sandbag, do those, or maybe I'll just demonstrate it with dumbbells and go to unweighted pull-ups so you can see I want a fast turnover time. I'll rest, I'll set up how I want to, and we'll go from there. The sandbag is a useful tool. I don't think I have quite the right setup on it, so I'm not getting quite the stretch on the lats that I want at the bottom. And I did work biceps yesterday, so all the excuses coming through. That's always been a big deal for me, is letting my ego go. Go, ego go. And being able to sub down where I needed to maintain the intensity of the workout instead of trying to just go prescribed. That's leftovers of teaching yourself how to CrossFit and watching the CrossFit Games athletes as your comparison. So you'll see with these dumbbells, I get a little bit fuller range of motion at the bottom. It allows me to get a better stretch and allows me to kind of lengthen the lat a little bit more and then get a nice pull through it. So we'll stick with the same rep scheme, see if we can make it happen. So when you do high rep biceps the day before with a full range of motion, you know, where your arm is pulled back, those really burn you out. I haven't ever done those back to back, but I'm really feeling that on that. So another option is ring rows, which on those, they're easy enough that you can lighten up or increase the reps because the weight is lighter, obviously. So we'll try a set of those and see. The dumbbell rows were great. Those did exactly what we were looking for. So maybe we'll go with those again and then try out some ring rows and we'll see how those go. So you can see how those go. Those are they're a little bit of a vertical or a horizontal version. So they're not exactly what we're looking for, but that'll work for now. For today, there's a little bit too much force on the bicep in the vertical today for what we got going on for how sore I am. But try that out. Those are a few different variations, and see what you guys think. See if you like that, and we'll move on to the next piece.